5 to the open. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can run this forward, track this forward line, and select 24 out of this with Jason's mic. This one. Select 24's under Jason's mic and Q.
Today the world is watching our space.
Mixing up Cam 4, and we'll add his
SpaceX Crew Dragon, carried by the Falcon 9 rocket. This rocket is set to blast off
Stand
from
by
the
to mix
Cape in
up
less
to
than
Cam
5 hours. Look at the time right there on your screen. 2 astronauts are on board in a mission to the International Space Station.
And mix up to Cam 4.
Keep in mind, it was nearly 9 years ago that Americans last lifted off from American soil on an American rocket. But that all is set to change today. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this historic afternoon. I'm Jason Guy. Today, we'll hear about the astronauts
Stand by the 5 box with X.
Exactly what this mission means for the future of spaceflight. And we have a lot of questions about where this launch can be viewed. We'll have all the answers you need.
Rolex
We have
and take 5
from
box.
the West 2 studios.
Cam 4 again.
As the world is looking
back to
to
Cam
our
4
space
clean.
coast, our team is ready to bring
Cam
it
4.
all live to you at home.
And take
But
Cam
first,
4.
the big part of
Trans and Kyle at
and
Cam
we
1.
take a look there at the radar. It is really
Cam 1,
lighting up
stand
with
by
a
the
lot
trans
of rain, especially toward the coast. We
Yeah,
want to get over to
clean.
First Alert meteorologist
Transition Cam 1,
Kyle
Kyle's
Graff. Kyle,
mic.
how are things looking for us this afternoon?
You can
Right
add
now, we're
his
seeing a
two
lot of
names.
showers
Stand by
and
the
storms.
mix
That
5 at the
might
key.
not necessarily be a bad
5
thing.
at the
Our
key.
West Coast sea breeze
Double.
moving through pretty quickly. We've had new
And
right
mix 5
now.
at the key.
Already advancing
keys out
at
for
least somewhat closer toward the I-4 corridor. We'll take a look at the
Ready,
rest of
Cam 4
Central
with
Florida and your full forecast.
Jason's mic.
Coming up. Jason.
And take 4 with Q. All right, stand
Take
by
a
Dan
look.
in there. Stand by to
This
lose
is
his
the Crew
name.
Dragon capsule. You see it right here. It's going to carry those 2 astronauts into space, and if all goes well
lose Jason's
with the weather
name.
and technical
Stand by to
issues, the
trigger Dan
1
there.
second launch window will send them on a journey years in the making.
Triggering
Let's head
Dan.
out now to our space
Stand by
expert,
to
Dan
trans
Billow, who's
30,
live
or
there
stand
at
by
Kennedy
to-
Space Center.
It's a
Dan, what's the latest on
transition
launch?
bandwidth for that.
Yeah, well, everything is going
Mixing
as it should,
24
except the weather,
voiceover with.
Jason. The astronauts have had their breakfast, steak and eggs
Ready,
for
voiceover
bacon.
24 with.
They'll be getting suited up very shortly, and we hope to
And
actually
mix
get
voiceover
you
24
peek
with.
during this broadcast of the astronauts suiting up for launch. And of
Sound
course,
and
they'll
Y
head
eventually
out to the launch pad,
Jim.
where you, I believe we're showing you live the pad at 39A. Things
Choose close-up
looking
eventually
pretty
for the
quiet
fall
right
toss.
now. We're
Ready,
live
2.
at the
We'll go
Kennedy
clean.
Space
Ready,
Center
2
in
clean.
Below.
Mike,
West 2
Jason,
News.
take 2 Q.
Thank you,
and
Dan.
supervise
And West
one.
2's Paul Veer continues our
So,
team coverage.
logoing to
He's
Paul
on the
at
beach
25
at Cape Canaveral.
with,
And Paul, that's
logo
where
25
spectators
with,
are getting ready to witness
changing
this. Have you
it
seen
for
anybody
Paul.
out there so far?
All right, Dan, you clear to go?
Mixing sound and X.
Yeah, there's a good amount of
with-
people here.
with
Look, let me
just
tell you,
a
we
banner.
just stepped out here and the rain
Stand by to
started
mix
coming
X with
down.
for
So
sound.
people are excited for this
It's a
launch.
15.
They're not excited about this weather. Let me give you a look at the folks that are out
Jason
here
stays at the
hoping
desk.
to
Amanda's
catch
on the
a
phone
glimpse
after
of history.
Paul.
I did ask them, with the coronavirus pandemic happening, if that was something on their mind. They said they were taking
Ready,
that
X
into
with for
consideration,
sound.
but they were going to stay distanced. And from what we have seen here, people generally have been separated along the beach line here. But back over in that direction, the rain is happening towards the area of the launch pad. But still, people here hopeful
Ready,
that they'll
sound
be able
and
to
X
catch a
with.
glimpse of history.
Rolex track and mix X with for us. Just
I have been here almost every
15
single
to his
launch
mic.
of the
He'll
show.
wrap in 24 or 25, and then choose
9.5
close up for
years
Amanda's
later,
phoner.
We're sending our human.
A lot of people out here echoing that sentiment
Ready,
today.
live with?
Definitely something you
And
have
mix
to
back
plan
live with?
for.
Like
So
that?
now, like Dan said,
Cam 2
wait
close up
and see
for
hopefully
Amanda
that
on
rain
the
to
phone.
clear up and
And
us
we'll
to
use
get a
Cam
chance
7.
to watch the
Ready,
history.
Cam 2 clean.
We're live in Cape Canaveral. Paul Rivera,
Jason's
West
mic
2 News.
and take 2 Q
Paul
and
and
Equal
all
Super.
people gathering to watch
Stand
the
by
launch.
to logo
That's happening despite
24.
requests
All
for
right,
an
Paul,
answer
you're
for everyone to
clear.
stay
Appreciate
home. The sheriff and local businesses are hoping to welcome
We'll add
those
this
to
one.
Brevard County.
Oh, I'll
West 2's
change
Amanda
under.
Dukes continues
And
her
logo
team coverage
24 with,
of today's
changing under.
planned launch. Amanda?
Tracking Amanda on the phone.
So
Ready
now let's
doubles
take a closer look
with
at
Michelle
two
and
vet
21.
astronauts set to make history.
Ready
They're Bob Behnken
doubles.
and Doug Hurley.
And
Michelle
take
Bravo
doubles.
was joining us
Stand
live.
by
So
to
Michelle
trans
worked on our
21
launch special last night.
with
And you've done
1
some
and
research on these two men. What can you tell us
Michelle's
about
mic. Transition 21 full with.
Well, Jason, both were selected as
Taking
astronauts
Viz
by
3
NASA
clean.
back in the year 2000, and both have some serious
Viz 3
responsibilities
clean.
on this upcoming
take Viz
mission.
3.
So let's start with Doug Hurley.
47,
He has been a part
48
of
are
2
dead.
previous
Gotta
space
change
flights
here,
and
then
will
sound
be in
and
charge
Y.
of the launch and the landing. And before joining joining NASA. He was a fighter
Okay.
pilot's
And you can mix
son.
back
Now their
with there.
wives and their sons
And
joined
mixing
them
Viz
in
3 for a couple
quarantine
graphics.
back
You'll
home
see
in
the background in
Houston
just a
when the
moment. We got some
coronavirus
time.
first hit, so they are able to be here at Kennedy Space
Yeah,
Center
you're close to
for
where
the
you used to be.
customary countdown.
Ready Viz
for
3,
everyone.
Jason's mic.
Jason, back to
And
you.
mix Viz 3, Jason Q.
Michelle, thank you. It's going to be an exciting day for all of us if the launch happens, and West 2 is here to cover it for you. Breaking right now at noon, Disney and
Transing voiceover
SeaWorld
X
have
with
unveiled
huge
plans to
videos.
reopen. Universal
No,
City
just
Walk
take into it.
reopened
Rolex,
on
take
May
voiceover.
15th. Disney
With-
Springs
you go
reopened
with
for
trans
stores
with-
and restaurants
you
May
go
20th.
down transition
This morning,
voiceover.
SeaWorld unveiled its safety procedures and announced it would like to reopen
Eventually
its
Sound and
parks,
Y with for
SeaWorld Aquatica and
2
Discovery Cove,
names.
on June
And he'll
11th.
be heading back to set.
Disney
It's an
World
18
executives then
second
unveiled their
sound.
plans today.
With Q
And
music
we have a
under
big
Z
update this
voiceover
afternoon
with
about the
T2.
return of sports and how Central Florida could be right
Roll
in the
Z,
middle of it
tape
all.
voiceover with,
One
X
Florida company
voiceover
saying about negotiating the return of the NBA to the
Roll X
Sunshine
and
State.
white voiceover with
Those
and
learning
changing
more about
Stand
how
by
school
Black
might
for
make its
the
return
break.
in the fall.
Taking
The
us to
message-
break here.
Message to local districts
Right
are
next
already
in
looking
3,
at for
2,
students.
1, fade and rolling break. All right, nice work.
From West 2,
Full and
this
X.
is continuing coverage of Hurricane Dorian.
Roll X, track mix sound full and X. Super. 6 seconds of that. Stand by Jason's mic. 3 seconds. Bring it down, Jason's mic and cue Jason. Stand by to take Viz
Power
2.
lines and strong storms. Hurricane Dorian is still
Ready,
hovering
Viz
over
2.
Central Florida. It's
And
a slow
key Viz
storm
2.
that's packing a
Jasmine's
quick
mic.
punch.
From the destruction
Stand by
it
to
left
trigger-
in the
trigger to
Bahamas to
Y.
the battering as it moved up Central Florida's coast.
Roll Y,
Our
trigger
teams
to Y.
have spread
Stand by
from
to
your
take
backyard
cam
through
1.
the
Ready,
Atlantic.
cam 1, both mics. And
We've
take
been
cam 1.
bringing you 56 hours of nonstop reporting.
Change it by
Happy, that
Q.
looks good.
This
10 bucks.
afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm
Ready,
Jason.
five.
And I'm Jasmine
Stand
Bailey.
by
We
to-
continue our coverage
You
with
should have a
First Select
transfer.
meteorologist Kyle
Stand
Bradlin
by.
and Amy Sweezy.
Alright,
Guys,
stand by
the
to
storm
take
is
5
on
at
its
Q.
way out.
Amy's not-
It
somebody
is.
mix-
We
and mix
still
5
have
to
a little
Q.
bit to deal with, but some of the good
Keys up.
things that we've been seeing is that the winds are calming down
Here's
in some of
Gail.
our inland spots.
Keys up.
The
Keys up.
rain
Select
is
21.
less widespread.
Here,
A
those
lot
two
of the
names.
rain is
Good.
offshore, although we've had a little bit of that rain here right along the coast.
So we'll keep a closer eye on the
Cam 4
Volusia
next.
and Flagler
Ready,
coast.
4,
Stand
3.
by.
Jason
Both mics.
Jasmine.
And
Thanks,
take cam
Kyle.
4.
As Dorian
Right,
creeps
triggering
up
to
Florida's
21
coastline,
gallon.
parts of Flagler County are getting hit with those bands of rain and also strong
Triggering
winds.
to Gale.
West 2's
Stand by
Pastor
to
Brown
trans
has
21
been
with.
there on Flagler Beach
Tracking
all
Gale.
morning. She joins us live right now.
Transition
Gail,
21
it does
full
look
with.
like you're getting some wind, and that surf behind you is
21.
pretty intense.
Voiceover X with for her.
You know, you guys just talked up the rain
she
and it
needs
just
it.
stopped, now it started again, and the gusts are high, and you're absolutely right. Look at these waves behind me. They are so high. It is almost
Bob,
scary.
please.
Not long away off, I should say.
She's
And
just
we should
staying with the
probably
walk
hear
and
some more
talk here.
updates as it relates to just how bad it's going to get,
Eventually
just how
cam
long
1.
this is going to last. I mean, we're talking about everything ending sometime tonight. Wow, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm Gail
Stand by
Pascal
cam
Brown,
1,
reporting
please.
live from Flagler Beach for Western
Ready, cam 1,
News.
both mics. And take cam 1
Gail,
Q.
and
Thank
Daytona
you, Gail,
Beach
you're
has
clear.
Transing
also
sound in
been
Y.
getting pounded with rain. It's happening for hours now.
And it's
With
not only
Viz 1
causing
storm
damage,
impact.
it's filling the Halifax River.
Oh.
West 2's Bob
Ready,
Hazen
sound
shows
Y
us
with.
the conditions there.
Transition and tracking Y with for about a buck
Power
25-ish.
outages is next.
Repairs here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark.
The ad
Reporting
lib
in
of power
Ready,
Daytona,
cam
outages
three.
Bob Hazen,
cost
West
to
Mike 'em.
Adrian. Prompter, stay where you
Take
are.
3 Q. All right.
All right,
Stay
Bob,
right
thank
there.
you.
All right, cam 4
And
next.
Power outages have been an issue for us
No,
throughout the
Prompter,
day,
stay
Prompter,
where you
stay
are.
there.
especially
Ready,
in coastal
cam 4.
communities where we've got some of that strong
Plus 8.
wind. And we've got Adrian Wittek right
Ready,
now
4.
joining
And
us.
take cam 4,
Following
Adrian.
some of those numbers. Things are looking a
Mixing
little bit
Viz
better as
3
we've got some
for a
improvements,
couple
right?
full
Yeah, it
screens.
depends on where you're at. You were mentioning mostly we saw a lot of that wind on the coastal side. Some of these numbers starting to get a little bit better. Let's show you
Right, and mix
what
Viz
it
3.
looks like out there with FP.
You gotta change,
and
he'll
L.
wrap-
Ross is now after Titusville.
He'll wrap cam
County.
4 and then 3
They do still
Jason
have a
again.
lot, 2,700
Hadass
roughly,
is-
but we heard from the EOC
Hadass after
manager a little bit
827,
earlier today, and he said, you know,
Jasmine
when you
Weather
think about how
1.
many
Jasmine
people
can
live
go
in
to
the
Weather
province,
1 for the
it's still
Hadass
pretty
package, but we're cam 3
relatively low.
after.
Now,
Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
at just over 9 OUC, only
Stand by
one
to mix up to
outage
cam 4. Ready,
right
4.
now for them, but it
And
is
mix up to cam 4.
unclear if that is storm
3 close up
related,
next.
and it's
All right.
only
Ready, cam
affecting
3 for
about 5
826.
people. So as you mentioned,
There'll be some
things
nap
getting
next
a
there.
little bit better here.
3 close up
Back to
next.
you.
Jason's mic.
All right,
And
thank
take
you.
3 Q. Sound and
After
X
Hurricane
with
Fish,
Viz
also
1.
warn you not
Sparks,
to go
one
back
spark.
outside immediately, especially if you've been in the storm's path. And this next
Ready,
video
sound and X
is a
with.
perfect
for 3.
example of why. Look at this and listen.
Roll X, track to sound with. All right, 3 seconds. We'll give a little more. Bring it down, open his mic, and cue Jason. All right, Cam 1 next. Jason's mic and cue. Mike, Jason.
Palm trees. We're hitting those wires all night. Looks like
Cam 1.
fireworks, doesn't it? And Eventually, one just burned through this morning. She says everyone's okay there, but she has a
Jasmine's
power
mic.
line down in her
For a
backyard.
package.
Crews
Ready,
behind
cam
the
one.
scene, and they're checking things out.
Jasmine's mic. Take cam 1
Also,
key.
New Smyrna
Alright,
Beach has
transing
seen some
sound and
damage from
X.
strong winds. West 2's Hadas Brown was driving through that
Viz
area
one.
this morning, and she shows us
Ready,
what she found.
transition and tracking X width for about a 1 minute
With
5,
sideways rain
105
and
for
fierce
hips.
whipping winds. Reporting in New Smyrna Beach, Hadas Brown.
Both mics.
West 2 News.
And take 2 Y
And
voiceover
many
with.
local schools have been serving as shelters during the storm.
That means they're closed to make way for students tomorrow in
Roll
several
Y,
counties.
take
About
voiceover.
16 people spent the night
Sound
at
and Z
Edgewater
with for
High
an
School.
8-second.
It's one of the 11 Orange County shelters that housed about 450
Then the cheese
people
follows
total.
sound.
As people left this
Ready, Z
morning,
with.
they had great things to say about the volunteers.
Roll Z, track, and wipe Z with Urban. 5 tour mic. And Khalid's font that care about you. Stand by a minute. Jasmine's mic Q. 2
And we
set
also
T's
stopped by a
using links
shelter
1.
in Flagler County. You can see the latest on when your county
Ready,
resumes
2 with
classes
both
on the
mics.
ticker at the bottom of your screen.
And take 2 with Q.
Florida's
Mixing links
largest
1
airport
with.
is back in business this noon. We're
Ready,
going to
links
take
one.
you
And mix
out
links
to
one
Hawaii,
voiceover with.
find out how travelers are faring.
Stand
Yes, we'll
by
have
Black
much
for
more
the break.
coverage of Hurricane Dorian next.
And 3, 2, 1 fade and rolling break. 230. 4, checking this 409. Cam 4 out of this. Cam 4 is under. Both mics. And Cam on 4
Right now,
other
it seems
names.
we are following two breaking
And
news
changing.
stories. First, a child is
Another
hit and killed
change
by
here.
a semi
Eventually
while
transing
riding a
to 32.
bicycle. Right now, troopers are searching for that driver.
Changing.
Police are also swarming a home
Stand
in
by to
Cocoa
trans
Beach
32 with
after
for Dan
getting a tip
first.
About a buried body. West 2's Dan Dillon is
Transition
live with
32
brand
with
new
for Dan.
information on that search.
Is 1. Voiceover X with for him.
Meredith, no body, no human
Come back
remains
to
have
next
been
voiceover
found, and
X
they
with.
are kind of packing up and leaving here
still
on
waiting
this
on
4th
Cocoa
Street
Girl
house in
video.
Cocoa Beach.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give you a look at it live
probably
very
that.
quickly.
Thank
City backhoe or excavator is actually covering up
Ready,
the area
voiceover
where they
X
dug
with.
today. This began this morning when the police department
Roll
got an
X.
anonymous tip
And mix voiceover
that
with.
they should check in the backyard and that they would find a buried body. But
Their
for
names.
now, nothing found. We're
Ready,
live
cam
in
2
Cocoa
with.
Beach. Dan Pillow.
Both
West
mics
2
push.
News.
And take 2 with Q.
Other breaking
Transing
news story
33
tonight,
with
a
for
10-year-old boy is
Chris.
dead after being hit by a semi-truck in Orange
shot a
County,
package here.
and that truck just kept on going.
West 2's Chris Guardaro
And
is
transition
live at Weatherby
33.
Road and Landstar Boulevard with a description
Checking Chris
of
in
the truck.
33.
Chris?
Sound and X for him.
Yeah, guys, I want to show you the scene right now. Florida Highway Patrol is still out here investigating.
Stand by to mix
taking
X with for
pictures.
sound.
You can
Child
see
on the
boy's
back.
bicycle is on the ground right over there. Investigators are trying to track down that driver before deciding whether to charge them with a crime. Investigators are also not releasing the identity of the 10-year-old boy at this time. We're told the parents are beside themselves.
Ready, cam 3
Live
with
in
his
Orange
name.
County, Chris Guardaro,
Jim's
West
mic.
2 News.
And take 3 with
Absolutely
Q.
horrific.
Y voiceover with.
A man accused of kidnapping a complete stranger from her employee's home in Winter Park in 2017 and killing her is competent to stand
Roll Y,
trial.
take voiceover
Judge made
with.
that ruling a short
Sound and
time
Z
ago
with
after
for
a competency
21,
hearing for
21
Scott
second
Nelson in
sound.
Orange County.
And then the
Two
2
mental
shot
health
for a
experts
package.
testified.
The man who was shot by
Transing
police
sound
after
and
allegedly robbing a
X.
Daytona
I'm
Beach
gonna go buy
Walgreens
this
appeared in
Vismon. I
court
don't know what
today.
that
He's
is.
being held without bond and late this
Sound and
afternoon.
X
He
with.
spoke by phone to West 2's Claire
Transition
Max.
and tracking X for a $1.35.
Police say
Stand by to
Louis
lose. Got a
Curler
verbatim
terrorized
after this.
employees and customers. At
And you
least
can
10
lose font.
inside when they say
21
Curler,
for the
carrying a loaded
verbatim there.
semi-automatic rifle, jumped over the
Anchors go
pharmacy
west wall.
counter
They're clear to go
demanding
to the west
narcotics.
wall.
Holding
New on West 2, a beach
Cam 1
rescue
standing.
in Cocoa Beach. Some swimmers
With
formed
their
a
visiting
human
names
chain
and trying to
down
package
to a
next.
girl who could not swim
Cam
and was
on.
caught in a rip current. She was treated on shore and was conscious and breathing.
Ready, 1 with.
No one else was
Both
hurt.
mics. And take 1
A
with
man
Q.
tries to make
Transing
a
sound
getaway
and
with
Z
deputies
with.
in hot pursuit, and drivers watched it all go down on I-4 in
Just a
Seminole
banner.
County.
Last year, Dave McDaniel shows us
Ready,
the
Z with
dangerous
for
game
sound.
of Frogger that the suspect played in the middle
Transition
of
and
traffic.
tracking Z for a $1.24.
Hey Jeff,
Yeah.
Evan wants to know if we can make A46 that ending megaphone shot that you shot on
where the
cam
driver
with the band.
reportedly didn't stick around once deputies were
After the full screen?
Yes, that's
keep coming up.
Okay. Yeah. With what band?
Deputies say
The
28-year-old
megaphone
Randolph
band?
Moses
I believe it's
already
fine.
was wanted for a parole violation of Jacksonville. Didn't have
There will be a
valid
2-shot after A45 before the Gym OTS for megaphone. And we'll do that with the megaphone font, I guess. 30. QX voiceover with.
Tonight, a 17-year-old is fighting for his life after being shot during an argument over a
Roll
ball.
X, take
Pedro
voiceover,
Mendez Santiago
sound and
and
Y
Nina
with
Rios
for an 8
have
second.
been arrested in connection with the shooting.
cam 3
The
close up
17-year-old is in
with his
stable
Viz
but
2
serious condition. Rios is facing the charge of aggravated assault. Santiago is facing a
Ready
more
3
serious
with
charge of
James
aggravated
Mike.
battery.
Take 3 with Q.
Elvita police
Z
officer is back
voiceover
at work
with.
after criminal charges against him were
Roll Z.
dismissed.
Take voiceover with. He'll tag 3 close up. This is a short video. Ready 3 clean for tag.
3 months later, the state attorney filed notice it was not
Ready,
proceeding
3.
with any prosecution. The
And
Oviedo
take
Police
3.
Department
2
conducted
close
its
up
own
clean
investigation
next for
internally.
A 34,
They found
36,
insufficient
37
information
die.
regarding
Ready
any
2 clean.
wrongdoing.
There it is, Mike.
Officer Meyer returned to duty today.
And take 2 Q.
Tonight,
X
crews are investigating
voiceover
a fire
with.
in Orange County.
Roll X, take
Firefighters
voiceover
were called
with.
to the scene at Hondo Way
3 next
in
for
Orlando
A38,
around
36,
noon.
37
They found
die.
fire and smoke.
M2 close up
merged
clean
with a
next
similar
for
bill that's being
megaphone.
debated
There
in
it is,
the
Mike.
House.
And take cam 2 Q.
Lawmakers
Y
want some
voiceover with
mistakes
this one.
texting while driving law.
Roll Y,
Tuesday,
take
the House
voiceover with.
passed
Stand by
a
mix
measure
megaphone with
making texting while
Y.
driving a
And mix
primary
megaphone
offense.
with Y.
That means you
Sound
do
in
not
Z
have to
with
be
Viz 1
pulled
name.
over for some other offense before police can ticket you for texting.
Which
Offenses
is
while the
stand by
Senate
cam
wants
2
3
shot
points
with
on your
megaphone
license.
Viz
The
with
Senate wants to
megaphone.
allow hands-free
Stand
calling
by,
and
loosen up on
texting
2 a
and
little bit.
warnings
Stand by to
for
mix
the
on
first
2
2
with the
months.
megaphone,
The
both
House
mics.
wants neither one of those.
And mix up the cam 2 with the
All evening
megaphone.
long, we've been asking what you think the fine should be for texting
3
and
FX
driving.
clean
And this
next,
is
no
interesting. Remember,
name
the
for
House is
Jim.
proposing just $30 for the
This
first
was added
offense.
But
here.
it's clear many of you think that that's
Stand by
way
3
too
FX,
low.
stand by
In
2
fact,
turning.
The average from the people who voted in our Rush 2
Ready,
poll
3 FX.
is $170. Thanks to everyone who voted.
Turn, take 3 FX
Leaders at
Q,
Orlando
X
International
voiceover
Airport are warning
with.
there is no more off-season when it comes to air travel.
Roll X, take voiceover
Even as
with.
the spring break
Sound and Y
season
with
ends,
for
the crowds
11.
here are not dwindling.
Then the cam 2 for the T,
International
ZX
Airport is now the
Tony,
busiest in
sound and
Florida
Y.
and the
12
10th
mics for the
busiest
T's.
in the nation.
Full, and take 2 with
Next
Q,
on West
Z
24,
voiceover with
outbreak
T's
is
here.
spreading to several states, including Florida.
The newest information from the
Roll
CDC.
Z, take voiceover with, X voiceover with.
Inside a home for hours, refusing to come out. Chopper 2 is over
Meredith
the scene
Mike.
and will show you
Roll
how it
X,
played out.
white voiceover
Plus,
with.
Disney's much anticipated
Ready,
Star
cam
Wars
6 with Viz
Galaxy's
2
Edge
main.
is closer to completion. We'll share
Ready,
with
cam
you
6 with
what
Tony,
we saw
Tony's
from the
mic.
sky today.
And take cam 6 with 2, stand by to lose Viz 2, and lose Viz 2, and you can work it to the wall there. Right, stand by to mix sound and Y with Viz 1.
That moisture is headed our way. I'll time
Ready,
it out
sound and
for
Y
you
with.
straight ahead.
Roll Y, track, mix sound for Y with.
A couple of
Runs
important consumer
about
stories we're covering tonight.
12, I
Deliveries by
guess.
drone a step closer to reality, but are Americans ready
Stand by
for
black and
packages flying to their
3,
homes? And I head to the New York Auto Show
going to the
for a
break in
look at the
3,
important new car trends.
2,
We'll see you tonight.
1, fade, and rolling break.